In these days, the currency is monetized everywhere throughout the world. We use debit card or credit card for many large transactions. What if you want to get the money directly into your hands? Simple. We just go to a nearby ATM and swipe our card to get the money. Everyone has a unique card number, account number, name, and a password. When we swipe our card in an ATM, we get number of options like get balance, display amount, balance amount, and withdraw amount. These are all the common options for everyone, but we don't know how these functions are carried out in the ATM machine. To know about that, let's learn a small topic in C++, that is classes and objects. This is Sai Sumant and welcome to Skills Grow. What are classes? Class is a user-defined data type, which holds its data members and member functions. Data members are the variables which are private, and the functions are called as member functions. In our debit card example, data members are the card information, and the member functions are the ATM options. Classes can be accessed and used by creating an instance of that class. A class is like a blueprint for an object. We have known that a class is a user-defined type. But how to define a class? A class can be defined by writing the class keyword and our own class name. Here, each class contains a constructor which has a similar name as the class, the access specifier, and the member functions and data members. Now, let's take a look into class functions in detail. Member functions. Member functions are the operators and functions that are declared as members of a class. For example, get, set, and display functions. Data members. The attributes are represented as variables in a class definition. Such variables are called data members. These are declared inside a class definition but outside the bodies of the class member function. Constructor. A constructor is a kind of member function that initializes an instance of its class. A constructor has the same name as a class and no return value. And the destructor. Destructor functions are the inverse of the constructor functions. They are called when the objects are destroyed, in the sense delocated. We shall learn more about constructor and destructor in a dedicated topic as constructor and destructor in another module in this course. The access specifiers. There are three major of these: public, private, and protected. These access specifiers are used to set boundaries for the availability of members of class, that is, data members and member functions. Access specifiers in the program are followed by a colon. Example, as public, a colon, and private with a colon. There is a separate module named access specifiers in C++ in this course, where we can learn more about them. Now, our main part in C++ is objects. Objects are instances of class which holds the data variables declared in class. Each object has a different data variable. Objects are initialized using special class functions called constructors. When the object is out of scope, the destructor is called to release the memory reserved by the object. Now, let's see how to declare an object. Here, we shall consider the ATM class. And we are going to declare the object in the main function, starting with the class name and followed by the object name. In this, class is ATM and object is card. Now, let's learn something more about classes and objects. Although it's not mandatory, a class name should start with an uppercase letter. If the class name consists of more than one word, then the first letter of each word must be in uppercase. For example, class play and watch TV, which has the uppercase. And no storage is assigned when we define a class. Class's member function can be defined inside or outside the class definition. Each object of the class holds separate copies of the data member. We can create as many objects of a class as we need. Classes do possess more characteristics like abstract class and immutable class. Now, the important difference between classes and objects. The class is a container which is a collection of variables and functions. The object is an instance of a class. No memory is allocated at the time of declaration of a class. Sufficient memory space will be allocated for all the variables of class at the time of declaration of objects. Only one class definition exists in the program. For one class, multiple objects can be created. This is all about the basic introduction to classes and objects. Thank you for watching the video and stay tuned for more content from us.